you some extra wisdom. Teamwork forever pays. I do not want you to go and get lost. Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2026 reading. Let us get started.
As always, we'll be using our classic Mystic Compass spread, starting here at the north. This card will represent the area of your life that has to do with housing, finances, career, etc. And then we've got an action item to follow. Over here to the east, we've got our thoughts, mindset, focus, dreams, as well as an action item to complement. Down here at the south, we've got our passions, our belief systems, anything that gets us really fired up, that gets us going, and our motivation, as well as a corresponding action item. Over here to the west, we've got our feelings and emotions, anything that is touching us in a deep emotional way, as well as an action item that corresponds. Finally, we've got one card in the center to tie everything together to show us what exactly we are looking at as the main point of the reading of this month and how everything is interconnected.
To the north, we've got Knight of Swords. Sagittarius, you are making a lot of decisions and you're making them very quickly and you're just moving forward. That's great news for you. And this is specifically in terms of your housing, finances, career, health. You're just taking charge. You are moving so fast. Let's see what your action item is here. Queen of Wands. You can still move fast, but make sure that you're taking action that is divinely guided and that is in the best interest of others and not just yourself. Maybe think about how the women in your life would make a similar decision, or like how they would make a decision in a similar process that you're currently in, and that will give you some extra wisdom. Let's see what we have for you over to the east. Six of Wands. I love this card. This is a card of spiritual community. And so this can be anywhere. This can be like, so this is something that in this particular placement, it's something that you've been thinking about or dreaming about or focusing on, is like finding spiritual community, and maybe being a spiritual leader yourself. For some of you, you're thinking about taking on more of a leadership role in the realm of spirituality. Let's see your action item here. Three of Pentacles, love to see it. Hard work forever pays. Teamwork forever pays. So this is your invitation to be working together in groups, especially small groups. So if you have maybe like one trusted friend that in this realm of spirituality, or in community that you want to maintain, who you want to maintain in your community, maybe ask them if they want to go explore different events and communities with you and try to find more people that belong to your particular brand of spirituality. And think about ways that you can work together to improve other spiritual groups. So maybe there's a group that you're already a part of, and you could be contributing more. So for example, I oftentimes actually refer to this card, the Six of Wands card, as the Burning Man card, because while I don't think Burning Man is a perfect place or a perfect community by any means, it is a place that brings a lot of like-minded people together. And something that you might want to consider here is how you can contribute more if you are in the Burning Man community, how you can contribute more to that community. So things like being part of a camp, joining a camp, becoming a volunteer, becoming a greeter, volunteering your skills on the playa, pre-playa, at B Morgue, etc. That's just one example. Okay, down to the south. Let's see how is your connection to God, divine, goddess, the universe, spirit. And we've got 9 of Swords. So I'm seeing a lot of anxiety, tension, unknowingness, worry, etc. in terms of this. And it's interesting, like that this is coming out with regard to your connection to the divine. Like maybe you're nervous about pursuing a relationship with various entities, right? Like, and that's just something that you need to figure out and really think through. What entities and deities are you willing to work with, and why, before you get too far into it? And going back to this concept of spiritual community, are there other people that you trust that you could ask about this and see what their input might be? Your action item down here is, the High Priestess. Very interesting, considering that I consider the High Priestess to be a higher level, more expanded card than the Queen of Wands, which we already pulled earlier. So the High Priestess, you need to tap into your own divine self and your own divine higher self, to consider what is best for you and what is in your highest good in terms of playing around in the spiritual realm. Sagittarius, I do not want you to go and get lost in something that you can't control. Like, I'm really getting the sense that a lot of you are playing around with brujeria or santeria. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not have a properly seasoned guide and mentor helping you through that process, things are not going to turn out well for you. So if that is your choice of your brand of spirituality that you want to continue exploring, you need to do so safely. And I would say that for any brand of spirituality, but maybe find a mentor or a guide that is able to safely guide and drive you through that process. And that can come from being in community, because there is safety in numbers. All right. Okay, let's see what we have for you to the west, Sagittarius. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, a lot of you have been really feeling the weight of seeing other people suffering, or animals suffering, just seeing suffering in the world, no matter in what form, and wondering what you can do about it. And that's a really beautiful thing. That's a beautiful sentiment, and I know it's very heavy to see these things on a daily basis that are happening around us. Let's see what is your action item over here, and maybe that'll give you some direction. 4 of Wands, home, partnership. So interesting, earlier we were talking about community, and here we're talking about partnership. It can be romantic, it doesn't have to be, and a sense of home. So what can you do when you're seeing suffering in the world? What can you do to create a sense of home and stability and unity for those that are in suffering? And with whom can you partner to help decrease the suffering for others in the world? These are things that are going to help make your heart feel a little bit more full, and a little bit less drained. Okay, Sagittarius, one more card in the center to pull us all together here. We have the Hierophant. I'm not surprised, because there's been so much here about spirituality and your involvement in spirituality. It is your main goal here to find spiritual leadership that really resonates with you. And this is going to be maybe it could be like an ashram or a mosque or a temple leader of some sort, but it doesn't have to be in a formal religious setting. It could be someone maybe like a religious scholar, so someone in academia that is studying different religions or studying spirituality or a brand of spirituality, and they can be of influence and help to you. That could be a route for you to start learning, or maybe just looking at different types of spiritual accounts on YouTube and see what other YouTubers are posting about different brands of spirituality. There are a lot of them out there, and not all of them are going to resonate, and not all of them are going to land with you, but some of them might. Okay, Sagittarius, thank you so much. See you next time. Please be sure to check out your sun, rising, moon, and Venus signs for more information about you in this month ahead. If this video resonated with you, please like, comment, and share with a friend.